Hello guys and welcome. I hope that you're doing well. Merry Christmas. Today is December 28, 2023. I hope that your Christmas was an excellent Christmas and we're about to go to the new year of 2024. Today I would like to demonstrate a Dune 2000 while running OpenRA game engine. So it's not going to be original Dune 2000 because it doesn't support Windows 7 or Windows 10. Today I'm running Windows 10 professional operating system, but OpenRA game engine supports Windows 10 operating system, Windows 11 operating system, Windows XP, Windows 7 operating system, and it supports a Dune 2000 game almost as great as original, even if not better, and original Command and Conquer Tiberium Dawn and Command and Conquer Red Alert. Okay, I demonstrated Command and Conquer Tiberium Dawn over UHDking.com over 15,360 times 8,640.com, my project. I'm also going to demonstrate Command and Conquer Red Alert very soon, but today I'm going to demonstrate Dune 2000 for the first time. This is going to be the world's record while running OpenRA game engine and 16K video resolution. 16K video resolution, which is 15,360 pixels by 8,640 pixels, or 132.7 megapixels. Right now, guys, it's 6 a.m., almost 7 a.m. I just woke up and I decided to go ahead and real quick go ahead and record it for you. I'm sipping some hot chocolate, so it's going to be a world record 16K video resolution in Dune 2000 while running OpenRA game engine. Nobody done it before. My desktop is set to 16K UHD video resolution. I'm about to show you the gameplay when all the three different campaigns will facing each other in multiplayer. But let me real quick demonstrate you what kind of system I'm running. As you can see, I'm using the Windows magnifier zoom tool. My desktop is set to 16K UHD video resolution and we will be running windowed full screen. The reason why I'm doing that, so we're going to test it in the future with all kind of PC systems and all kind of even mobile devices. But this is going to be the world's first 16K video resolution in Dune 2000 while running OpenRA game engine. Okay, I'm gonna share it over the OpenRA forum. Go ahead and check it out. So this is the system that I'm running today. Let me real quick go ahead and overclock the Titan RTX. Right now Titan RTX running stock. As you can see, pixel fill rate is 170 gigapixels per second. We're about to change it by about 3 gigapixels per second. Textual fill rate is about 510 gigatexels per second. We're about to change it and add additional 23 gigatexels per second while overclocking our GPU, and bandwidth will be increased by from 672 gigabytes per second. That is the bandwidth of GDDR6 by Samsung. A 24 gigabyte of video RAM that is equipped today in this Titan RTX. We're going to increase it to 780 gigabytes per second by additional almost 120 gigabytes per second overclock, just through the overclock additional boost, which is double bandwidth that our system RAM DDR4 today can push. As you can see, DDR4 can push only maximum 50 gigabytes per second while it's peaking, which is 50,000 megabytes per second. By the way, this is the fastest possible scenario for the DDR4, below 45 nanoseconds. So I'm going to go ahead and overclock the Titan RTX to the home safe environment overclock that I can run 24/7 through the software MS Afterburner, plus 75 MHz on the GPU and plus 1190 MHz on the video RAM. But as effective frequency, external effective frequency, you're gonna multiply by 2, almost 2500 megahertz over 2400, I would say, megahertz, because 1200 megahertz times 2, 2400 megahertz. As you can see, immediately, as I told you, pixel fill rate increased by not by 3 but by 7 gigapixels per second because the GPU overclocked. Textual fill rate increased by 30 gigatexels per second almost, and bandwidth increased by 120 gigabytes per second. Okay, this is the system, guys. This is the EVGA 64 benchmark. This is my system, Morozilla PC version 5.3 from 2018, because Titan RTX flagship video card by Nvidia on Nvidia Turing GPU architecture TU102 GPU was released all the way back in 2018, including this CPU, which is the best gaming CPU from 2018, which is the Intel i9-9900K. But I'm only running 8 physical threads, 8 physical cores. Hyper-threading technology is disabled in the BIOS, which is additional 8 logical cores. But when it comes to the Intel 9000 series CPUs or processors, one physical core is equal to 2.75 logical cores through the hyper-threading technology, or one physical thread is equal to 2.75 logical threads. So it's kind of slow over 2 times. So I decided to shut it down because we're not even going to utilize our CPU threads, CPU cores at 50%, and I decided to use only the physical cores, the fastest possible cores. Okay, this is the motherboard right here. By the way, the CPU is overclocked from 3.6 GHz to 5.2 GHz or 5200 MHz per every single core, including the AVX2 instruction set to 52 multiplier, as well as external frequency 52 multiplier, as you can see constantly. It's not going to thermal throttle itself down at all. This is the presets. Look like it's running EVGA, and it's impossible on this motherboard Z390 look like run 16x, even if it's designed for a single slot to run 16x without the M.2 storage. But it's not possible, it's not running. I had the same issue with the Z370, keep that in mind, with the different CPUs, which is 8 series, including the 9 series Intel processors. So EVGA, but it's still going to be alright for a single video card. It doesn't matter for the gaming, keep that in mind. Maximum you can improve by 2%. As we saw through the Nexus Gamers tests, and I trust that. But as again, he didn't test at 16K video resolution, but he tested the 8K video resolution. The maximum performance was 2%. So I'd say at 16K, maybe 16K video resolution, maybe maximum performance boost we can squeeze 3-4% while running 16x. If not, that's a lot. I don't think it's matter at all. Anyways, DDR4, as you can see, 1600 MHz times 2, 3200 MHz, CL11 1T command, not CL18, CL16, not even CL14, not CL12, CL11. The low value is better, so it's in boost up in terms of the latency, as well as in terms of the read, write, and copy bandwidth transfer. So it's very fast, below 45 nanoseconds. The fastest possible DDR4 setup, I would say, for any processors that running DDR4 system memory. Okay, it's running dual channel 128-bit, but I'm running 4 sticks, 8 GB each, which is ready for the quad channel 256-bit. But it doesn't matter, when you're running 128-bit, it's not going to be 256 bit, is going to be 128-bit because the dual channel. But 4 sticks, even the cheapest possible, will deliver you the maximum bandwidth possible. For this CPU, maximum bandwidth possible support 42,000 megabytes per second, and its peak 42 gigabytes. But right now we push over 5 gigabytes per second through our system RAM overclock, over 5,000 megabytes per second as a design. Alright, so I covered that. This is the Samsung chips, as you can, not the Samsung, sorry, for the system RAM mic, and that's why probably I cannot run 2500 megahertz, which is 5000 megahertz multiplied by 2 external frequency, CL18 on this particular motherboard. And Cursor told me it's only runnable on MSI Godlike Z390 chipset. I have some doubts about it. We're gonna test this memory in the future. I will try to build 13 series or 14 series Intel platform system in the future with the 13900K or 14900K, and I would like to test this memory because the chipset, the Z690 or Z790 that I'm going to use for the Intel 13 gen or Intel 14 gen processors will be running above 5000 megahertz DDR4 as minimum without any questions. We're gonna test that. Alright guys, this is the Titan RTX, how it's running. A little introduction for you, and right now we're about to jump in. I gotta do it, guys. I gotta be informative because this is the world's first 16K video resolution in Dune 2000, so I gotta do it. Alright, And for those naysayers, let me real quick demonstrate it to you, my system, just real quick, guys. This is the CPU that I'm running today. As you can see, this is the instructions of the CPU, and we have all the 8 cores, 52 multiplier, constantly running without any issues. Alright, and let me show you the GPU. Actually, this is the GPU, as you can see, constantly Titan RTX, without, not like one of those crooks on the internet that's saying, putting different video cards and saying. So right now it's indeed overclocked to 767, but it's a little bit above than that. As you can see, it's also detected here, it's just a little bit idling. Alright, so yeah, this is the deal. Let me real quick go ahead and show you guys that I'm running 16K video resolution. It's maximum supported resolution under the OpenGL. This is the OpenGL. As you can see, 3D surface, 3D canvas, 3D world, wherever you're calling it, under different kind of 3D rendering API in real time, such as OpenGL, OpenCL, Vulkan API, DirectX API. 16K video resolution has XYZ, but 32K as 2D is possible, but you can create from the 2D surface, 3D surface while running your own game engine, but people not doing it. Usually they're using already pre-built classes, so 16K video resolution has pre-built classes, but you can emulate 3D under 32K classes. Alright, and CUDA as well, 16K video resolution is 3D. CUDA can go above 32K video resolution. As you can see right here, it can go 131,000 on width and 65,000 on height. CUDA is the best rendering API for the 2D images. Keep that in mind. 2D image processing. Vulkan API, the same deal, guys. 16K video resolution, while 32K video resolution has 2D, but 16K has 3D XYZ. Alright, and OpenCL as well, another open source API, 16K 3D rendering in real time, and 32K as 2D. Same deal, it's going to be constantly same deal. Even for the Microsoft, it's going to be same deal. Let me demonstrate it for you right here. See that 16K video resolution. Anyways, guys, my Titan RTX is overclocked. As you can see, secondary Titan RTX removed completely from the system to avoid any hot air pocket. Let me actually show you that my desktop is set to 16K video resolution as well for those naysayers. Right here, guys, see that? 15360 by 8640, 100% scale. This is under the desktop. As you can see, I'm using the Windows magnifier zoom tool. As again, this is for the naysayers. And for one more time, Nvidia driver, and we're going to jump into the game. As you can see, I'm bringing the right click button on the desktop, and we're about to open up the Nvidia driver. Let me show you a little bit what is going on under the Nvidia driver for those people who's curious. Look at this, 8 physical cores, 8 physical threads scored 7.5x. This is excellent, one of the best cores for the Intel Core i9 9900K that is overclocked to 5.2 gigahertz. 5.3 gigahertz is not stable with the 8 physical cores, 8 physical threads. Only when you're going to disable the habit rating and move and disable 2 physical cores, 6 cores will be stable at 5.3 gigahertz, but it's not going to give you any more boost, maybe 1 FPS max. So this is the Nvidia driver right here, guys, real quick. As you can see, the only single Titan RTX, secondary Titan RTX completely removed from the system. Okay, resolution, guys, of course, right here. This is crazy. 15,360 by 8,640. Let me zoom in. This is unbelievable right here. So my Nvidia driver is hacked or modified, and Nvidia ShadowPlay is hacked and modified as well. So it's going to record in 8K UHD, even with the old school Nvidia driver and with the Nvidia Turing GPU architecture that didn't support the Nvidia ShadowPlay 8K UHD video recording because it didn't feature the AV1 codec acceleration. But with the old school Nvidia codec, it's still capable to re-encode and encode in real time while using the Turing GPU architecture. This is also mentioned in the white papers, and I modified Nvidia ShadowPlay, the complete GeForce experience in Nvidia driver to be able to do that. Okay, and my general profile is set to the maximum performance. So this is how we're gonna do it, guys. It's going to be maximum FPS. So this is going to be the Nvidia Turing GPU architecture flagship video card demonstration in Dune 2000, guys, while running OpenRA game engine. As again, the best game engine. It's fast, it's beautiful, and it's scalable all the way to 16K video resolution, which is the maximum video resolution for PC gaming, even in 2023, even will be in 2024. And it doesn't matter what kind of API you're using. As you saw, the DLL was pulling through the EVGA 64 application. The DLL information is set to 16K video resolution in 3D real-time rendering capabilities. Alright, so this is going to be, guys, I'm going to start. It's going to be a replay. It's going to be 3 different campaigns going to play each other. Traders, workers, and orders, I'm sorry, and Harkonnens. This is the old school game. I grew up on Dune 2. That was my first real-time strategy. Then Command and Conquer after that, which is amazing, and as well as Dune 2000 with the Command and Conquer Tiberium Sun, before the Command and Conquer Tiberium Sun, Dune 2000. And this is going to be Dune 2000 just exactly as it was in terms of the visuals, but even a little bit better, and it's running all the way to 16K video resolution. Is again on Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 12, and while running the OpenRA game engine. Just visit them, openra.net, I believe. Go ahead and Google it. Alright, so I'm going to run the replay. I'm going to show you this replay as well. I'm going to share it with you, but before that, let me show you my settings before we're going to keep moving. I'm going to show you all kind of different zoom. The reason also while I'm running Windows mode, so I can zoom in, zoom out. As you can see, Windows size is set to 15,360 by 8,640. VSync is off to demonstrate the maximum possible FPS, because we're going to use it as a benchmark, and I'm going to test it with the future video cards, much faster video cards like an Nvidia Ampere, which is RTX 30 series video cards flagship, probably RTX 3090 or RTX 3090 Ti video card, and Nvidia EVGA, which is the flagship of the RTX 40 series video cards. Probably I'm going to demonstrate it on an RTX 4090 video card for you as well, but featuring 24GB of video RAM, and 24GB of video RAM is required to be able to run Doom 2000 while running OpenRA game engine. Keep that in mind. And is required as minimum 24GB for the Nvidia video cards. AMD Radeon using a little bit less video RAMs, probably 18GB for the Radeon, maybe 16GB is not going to be enough for AMD Radeon, because it's using a little bit different method of compressing the textures and such, and it's using a little bit less of the video RAM. But 24GB is requirement for the Nvidia video cards, and Titan RTX video card is the first video card that supports 24GB of video RAM. Alright guys, again, I'm coming in real time. Artificial intelligence may disturb my voice, removing some noise because Titan RTX running 100%, very noisy. So I'm gonna show you fast, then far, and maybe medium zoom, and maybe even close zoom. I'm gonna try to show it to you all, and you're gonna see the FPS, maximum possible visuals. As you can see, we're running. So this is what we're gonna do, and this is how we're running it on the modern OpenGL profile. You can go automatic, angle, and embedded. I'm running modern, the latest. This is going to be our UI user interface scale 200%. We're gonna start with the forest zoom, which is like that, and then we're gonna zoom in through the game engine, and maybe I'm gonna zoom in through this Windows magnifier zoom tool as I was using it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and keep your eye, guys. We started, we just open up, as you can see, 16,000 megabytes, a little bit over 16,000 megabytes at the right up corner. Video RAM utilization is already utilized, and we're gonna go even farther than that. So you're gonna see that 24GB of video RAM is the requirements. So replays, I'm gonna upload this replay, so we're gonna use this replay as a benchmark in the future. I'm gonna upload it in video description, so you can, I'm gonna share it with you so you can try it as well and bench it as well. So alright, so this is what it is, guys. The maximum camera is out at the farthest as possible distance, to the maximum distance. This is maximum zoom, and this is minimum zoom. Okay, you saw the FPS. Let me go ahead and change the visual preset. So they're gonna play each other. We're gonna also find out there's going to be a value who is the best. So from farther, I'm gonna go to far. I'm gonna see the change of the FPS, the change of the video RAM as well. So this is the far, and I'm gonna use the first, including the zoom, and then I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So it's beautiful, guys. The game looks amazing and just beautiful visuals. They're using the HD textures, but you're gonna utilize those textures like nobody will in this world's record video. Okay, this is minimum zoom, and this is the maximum zoom under the far. So we went from farthest under the far. As you can see, it's a little bit pixelated. Okay, this is the minimum zoom. Let's go ahead and change it. As you can see, orders on top, corners right here in the middle, and traders in the bottom. We're gonna find out which one is best. So this was the far. Let's go ahead and change that. Let me zoom in to show you. This was the far. See that? I'm gonna real quick go ahead and change it to medium now. Medium, and under the medium we're gonna do the minimum zoom and then the maximum zoom. It's beautiful, guys. It's still looking great, as you can see, not so pixelated while riding the minimum zoom without the zooming in. Look like when it's zooming in it's pixelating and it's not native zoom. So I better use the native resolution, 16K video resolution, and using the minimum the camera for the best possible visual preset. It's beautiful, guys. Every single pixel right here. And if you're gonna play 16K UHD video resolution, as I'm playing right now on the screen has stayed over 200 inches, such as 4 8K UHD screens, 65 inches, 4 of them stitched into the array while creating 16K UHD, but 4 8K UHD screens. And the whole setup, by the way, will cost you below $6,000, because if you're gonna buy EVGA screen from 2021, it's going to cost you $1,200 or $1,500 maximum. So it's below $8,000 total. 4 of the 8K UHD 65 inches will be screen state, while 4 of them stick into the 16K UHD array resolution. It will be, guys, over 200 inches, and if one of your friend who's real-time strategy fan gonna see it, it's going to be much better for him, for his memories, than a Lamborghini in a car or a Bugatti. Trust me, if you're gonna see it, how big it's going to be on the whole wall, and every single pixel will be rendered. Alright, so this is this type of visual preset. As you can see, it's beautiful, and this was at the medium. And I showed you the minimum zoom and maximum zoom. Let me see, did I show you the maximum zoom? Maximum zoom will be pixelated, as again, he's not using for the game engine the proper zoom in method, and it's pixelated. So it's better used as native, as minimal zoom, as again, and it's beautiful, especially when your resolution is 8K UHD or above. So let me real quick go ahead and change that. So for medium, I'm gonna go to close, so maximum zoom through the game engine. And now he's using 4 different cameras, and now the minimum zoom with the closest camera, still not pixelated. It's beautiful, as you can see, when you're using the minimum zoom under the closest camera. It's beautiful. This Capella, how I play it, it's beautiful looking, guys. Please watch this video on EVGA. Okay, and if I'm gonna zoom in, check out the FPS, 100 FPS average, unbelievable, on a single video card. This game doesn't support SLI, please keep that in mind. I tried the SLI, but it doesn't support SLI. Maximum you're gonna have like 30% load on a secondary GPU, and FPS will be like 120 FPS maximum while running the SLI, but it doesn't support the SLI. Or maybe the CPU bottleneck. Maybe we don't have enough instruction per clock on the CPU. It's utilizing the secondary GPU, but only maximum at 30%. The boost is still there, 120 FPS, but I think when something like this happens, it's not supporting SLI. But maybe, as again, It's doing that because we're limited to the CPU, not enough instruction per clock to boost it up. I gotta overclock the CPU or bring a newer generation of the CPU with a much higher instruction per clock on the same frequency, like at 10,900K. But when my i9 9900K overclock at 5.2 gigahertz, I'm faster than 10,900K running stock. Keep in mind. All right, let's go ahead and switch it to my favorite FAR and the minimum zoom, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful visuals, and I can see the whole level. So let's go ahead and have a look, guys. Who's going to bid? As again, 10,900K CPU will be the last CPU that's going to support Nvidia SLI certification on the motherboard and the chipset. But you better try it with the Intel 13 series CPU or Intel 14 series CPUs processors, and I'm going to do it with the Titan RTX to see, and especially 2 Titan RTX to see if it was the instruction per clock limited on CPU. We're going to find out, but possibility maybe it was, but maybe it doesn't support the SLI. Maybe it's going to stop at 50% scale. We don't know, but we're still receiving about 10-15 FPS as minimum boost while running the secondary Titan RTX. But as again, could be instruction per clock, could be CPU bottleneck, or could be not full support of the SLI. We're going to find out, guys, if I'm gonna try it or somebody else going to try it. But Intel 12 series CPUs, Intel 13 series CPUs, and Intel 14 series CPUs motherboard doesn't have support for Nvidia SLI through the certification. You can hack it, kind of try to do it, and if it's possible, I will try to enable the SLI because it hardware is capable, but they just removed the certification. Nvidia removed that because DirectX 12 API doesn't support the SLI. It's only supported DirectX 9, DirectX 10, DirectX 11 API supporting the SLI. DirectX 12 API doesn't support the SLI. It's only limited to multiple GPU support, which supports all kind of more than one GPUs, but developers not including. But OpenGL mostly supporting the SLI. Guys, enjoy, right? We're about to quit that. Today is December. Let me show it to you. Look how small that start thing right there. Today is, let me show you today's date. This is for the record, world's record. For those who doesn't believe me, December 28, 2023. Christmas is over, but New Year holiday is coming out. So this is the holiday edition for you guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, share it with your friends, and a lot of time, money, energy, support. Share it or over the forums. Use it as your argument. This is the real deal, guys. Native 16K UHD, emulated, but running on 8K UHD screen. But it doesn't matter what kind of screen I'm outputting. The signal is still 16K UHD rendered natively. And let me zoom in through the magnifier zoom tool to show it to you. See, this is 1600% magnifier zoom tool. This is about 1000%. This is 400% right here. I'm using the Windows magnifier zoom tool. Beautiful visual still here. 400%, right? This is zoom 400%. If I'm 200%. As you can see right here, it says 200%. As again, please watch this on the 8K UHD screen. So 500, 600. Let me zoom in. As you can see, yes, indeed, the pixels still here. But this is zooming in into the 16K UHD video resolution, 1600%, and still beautiful. If you're gonna do something like that on 4K UHD or 8K UHD, everything will be so pixelated. Enjoy, guys. As again, I will see you in the next videos. Check out my project websites right there at the right top corner. Everything is featured. Enjoy.